Welcome to GNN. I'm your host, Derek Vander, and this is your home for election results. I'm hearing we're going to have the results here shortly. Although the current polls are giving it to the Black Wolf Legion, we shall soon see the effect of the murder of the great Dr. Rosencrantz. On to the other news. 3 men alongside the great Dr.
To the free peoples of Earth, today you have chosen the correct path as our Lord Black Wolf leads this great empire down the path of true righteousness. Our fervor has only just begun, and our Lord has already begun passing laws to reform this great nation into a superstate. These Black Wolf laws shall be hence known as follows. These laws supersede all other laws currently in place. 1. The Office of Naval Intelligence is to be established to plan special naval operations. 1A. Appointment of the Office of Naval Intelligence is reserved to the Department/Secretary of Defense. 2. If the current incumbent of the presidency is deemed unable to serve, the Senate will assume the duties of the presidency. 3. Black Wolf's Legion is to have a private army. And finally, 4. Today shall be known as Black Wolf's Day, and every year we shall celebrate this day.
Hey guys, Space Marine 658 here, and I'm here to bring you our next episode in our Aurora Let's Play. Last time we left off, elections were just beginning for the 2030 decade. So, they have been completed, and it looks like the Black Wolf League has won. And so, because of that, we've got some new laws. Now, these are all the laws currently, because some of them were rewritten, some of them were overridden. So this is how they currently stand. We've got the Extrasolar Colonization Act. This is a act passed by the MDP as the opposition party in Senate. So basically the simple thing of this is to replace the colonization code that was originally there. Any system deemed habitable shall have at least one, but no more than 2 main colonies subsidized by mining colonies. And then they go on to define what a main colony is. Essentially, it just has to have, at least 1 planet, a colonization score of no more than 9, and at least 4 million of 70% of the major resources. This is not necessarily a hard limit, but this is basically say you can't just colonize a planet that's devoid of all resources, which makes sense. At least for a main colony. You can have smaller colonies around. That a main colony is to be developed on a planet with the lowest possible colony cost that can support at least 800 million people. The main colony shall be the only colony in the system with infrastructure necessary to refuel, support, and construct naval ships, which I really like this from an RP standpoint, because it doesn't make sense to have the ability to refuel, support, construct naval ships on small colonies. This would be reserved for the main colony. If no planet meets these requirements, then orbital platforms must be constructed around the planet with the most resources available. And then 3rd, mining colonies shall be constructed as necessary to support the main colony with all necessary resources. Once the appropriate planet has been chosen to colonize, the main priority shall be to establish enough infrastructure to support 10 million pops, and then establish the facilities necessary to refuel and maintain no less than 60k tons of military vessels. Only then shall terraforming attempts begin, which also really cool from a RP standpoint, because you won't be able to defend a planet before you start terraforming it. Now this is a Black Wolf addendum. It was originally part of the Black Wolf laws, but I added it here because it makes more sense in line with these. All colonies of the Technocracy are to be manned by a minimum of a 1,000 ton garrison regiment. And then the Black Wolf laws themselves. The Office of Naval Intelligence is established to plan special naval operations. And a lot of this Black Wolf laws, these are mostly RP things. So the appointment of naval office is reserved to the Department of Secretary of Defense. So this will be more of if something happens, if we run into an alien species and they're hostile, I must contact them before doing anything. So basically the ships will have to run away before, if I'm unable to contact the ONI, I have to run first and then contact them. Now there are some exceptions, if I can't get in contact with the ONI, in lieu of that, the Senate will assume the duties, which is sort of what this is saying. But this is also bit more RP where it's saying overall if the president's unable to serve. But also if I can't contact the ONI, I'll try to contact somebody of either the Senate or the presidency to kind of take over that role temporarily. And the Black Wolf's Legions to have a private army. Also, a lot of these more RP. The Wolf Doctrine. Now these ones do affect combat a bit. All starfaring military fleets must act in accordance to all other sub-doctrines presented. First contact with xeno life forms is to be peaceful unless fired upon. Fleet leaders must gain authorization from the Office of Naval Intelligence to return fire in the event of a hostile first contact. Fleets and ground armies are to be given tie to the government on Earth. The Department of Defense, upon hostile first contact, must activate 30% of reservists. Active service members and vessels are placed under the discretion of local system fleets and armies. All system armies and fleets report directly to the High Command on Earth. So, with all that said, that's our current laws in place. And let's get started. So last time we left off, we had just done a bit more research. I think, we're working on some refueling stuff. So we'll now that we're a bit more militarized with the new incoming president, we'll probably start to research some of this once we get there. But first, I'm actually worried a little bit about our racial wealth. So we started going to negative because we just don't have a lot of industry going on right now. So, and let's see, I believe last time we also designed our first ever ship. Have we built any of these guys? So we got the Enterprise, which is a survey ship. Yeah, so we don't currently have... We did design a freighter, so we do have that. I think the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go around and start setting up mining colonies on some of the heavier worlds. So let's go over here. In fact, actually, I think we actually discovered some of these. Okay, we didn't set up colonies yet. Let's go back to Earth. Do we have railguns, mass drivers? 50. So yeah, we got 50 mass drivers. So we're gonna go around and set up a few of these, and then drop off a few automated mines and regular, just automated mines because we don't want to set up too many of the regular ones without humans. So let's go and build a few of those starships. Let's see, the New York here. And we're actually in the process of creating one and adding a slipway as well, which this will be done in 4 years. So it's going to take about 4 years to build this ship. No, I'm looking at the wrong date. It's going to take about a year to build the freighter, and then 4 years to actually add the extra slipway. So May 8th is when we'll start to be able to move things around on Earth. So let's start skipping forward a bit because we just kind of got to wait for that. There we go. So we have our ship built. So let's go to our fleets. Shipyard Fleet, New York, and we're going to detach. And we're going to rename this to... we'll give it something interesting. So let me hit up the Discord real quick and look. So this is going to be the freighter fleet. We'll call it the freighter fleet retro. We don't need a 1 because we're going to name all of our fleets individually. So this will be the first freighter fleet. Alright, there we go. And we're going to give them some movement orders. So we're going to go, let's look at our list of things. Now that we actually have the ship, the most important ones are going to be, sorium, duranium, corundium, gallicite. So let's go in here and say, do you have anything in duranium? Oops. It's at least, let's say, 10,000 of 0.3. Alright, so Venus has a bunch. In fact, we might just send them all to Venus because I think we can do that. And then Mercury's got a bit. Whipple. There's a bunch of 1-0s for this, so that's good. Thorium-wise, there's not a lot. But I think Venus is going to be our best bet, and we've already got a colony there, so it makes sense to, or I say colony, we've got the basic colony set up where we can actually like look at it and stuff. So yeah, can't support any infrastructure, but I should be able to take this fleet and let's send some infrastructure and some stuff out there. Well, right now we're not going to send the infrastructure because initially we just want to send, let's see, load installation. Alright, so what we want to do is we want to load installation, load mass driver, we want to load just one. So add move. Nope. There we go. One mass driver. And then we are going to load installation. Not worry about this. And then just load automated mines. So there we go. So we'll have one mesh driver and then automated mines, and then we'll skip forward like an hour. Let it do that. Oh, did not mean to keep going forward like that. All right, so we're able to load the automated mine or the mass driver. So let's take our ship and send it off to Venus. So freighter, movement orders, head to Venus, unload installation, unload all installations, come back to Earth, and then load installation, automated mine, load however many you can, refuel, resupply, head to Venus, unload all installations. Alright. And then, yeah. Alright, we'll give it 5 days to see how this does. Alright, so there goes our freighter fleet. And it looks like, yep, there they go. Come back to Earth. Back to Venus. And it might take since it's 20 minutes, so we'll give it an hour. Oh, that's hours, never mind. Give it a day. There we go. So let's look at Venus. Alright, so currently we've got an automated mine and a mass driver. And it looks like it should just start mining automatically. Yeah, it's not going to mine much because it's just literally the one, so it's going to take hundreds of years. But what we're going to do is then, let's see, I think I have to go and point the mass driver, yeah, to Earth. So we'll send all those minerals to Earth. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take this ship, so that's 1, we're going to send another 9, so we're going to grab this fleet. Movement orders, go to Earth, load installation, automated mine, so that's once, back to Venus, actually. Yeah, and then when you're at Earth, refuel and resupply. Then go to Venus, unload all installations. Then it'll go to Earth, load installation. Okay, so that'll do that. And we want to do this 9 times total. It's already got once, so 8 more. And we'll do repeat orders. Set that back to 1, that way I don't forget next time. Alright. And so now we'll just let it tick on for some time. Just gotta go back and forth. Alright, so Enterprise can't complete its order, so we'll go to there. So let's see. It looks like it's probably because it's run out of fuel and deployment time. Yeah, so we're gonna take this guy, move it back to Earth. Yeah. Fleet. Alright. So yeah, so what we'll do is we'll just say go back to Earth, refuel, resupply, and then begin overhaul rewind clock. There we go. And we'll think about maybe upgrading the ship. Now we've got some better tech. But first we're just gonna begin overhaul and then send it back out. There we go. So we completed some research. So since we completed research into, it looks like, fuel consumption. So next, let's look at some mill tech. This will be the first time we've done some mill tech since, I figured it makes a bit of sense with the current administration going on. Probably want to start upping. So let's see, Gauss cannons. We're going to want better Gauss cannons because PDCs are great with some Gauss cannons and lasers. So let's start with that. Some faster Gauss cannons. Create project. And then let's see, let's do a 10 centimeter railgun. We got 2 more research facilities, so something we don't want super fast. I guess we do magazine neutralization chance. And this will give us a chance to, and we'll say assign new. And then what this will do is reduce the chance of our magazine exploding, because we will eventually want some missile launchers and stuff like that to do some longer range fighting. But I'd like to keep, I'd like to try some different stuff, experiment a bit with a bit more RP heavy focused series like this. It's a bit easier to experiment. Alright, so now we'll let this go back again, let that freighter go back and forth. There we go. So now on Venus we should have 10 automated mines. Oh, looking at Earth. Yep. 10 automated mines, and they are mining away. There we go, much better. 65, so this will start to build up stockpile and then just shoot it back to Earth. In fact, I think it has already begun because I still don't see any stockpile of it. I don't see any mineral packets either, but it is pretty close to Earth, so let me just make sure it's not stockpiling. I think there's a way to see that from here. No, but this time it's 240,000 tons, and I'm pretty sure we're not producing nearly that much here from just mining. Oh, there. I keep looking at the wrong thing. I keep looking at Earth. There we go. Alright, Venus. One mesh driver, automated mines, mesh driver capacity. There we go, 5,000 tons. And we are producing, not anywhere close to that 200, it looks like currently, so we actually probably send quite a bit more mines there. In fact, let's look at Earth. We've got how many mines automated? Because I think right now we've got our industry converting. No, it's just creating automated mines. Okay. Let's look. We've got 194 automated mines. So yeah, let's send 100 of them. Might as well. It's got a lot of really good minerals. In fact, it's probably going to be where we colonize first just because of how many minerals it's got there. Alright, so we're at Earth. Load, refuel, resupply from colony. Load installation, automated mine. Go to Venus, unload all the installations, and then back to Earth, refuel, resupply. Alright, so we send 1 each time. So we got 10. Let's do 99 additional orders, so that'll give us a total of 100 more mines. Let's even it out at 100, and then we'll go from there and see if. So let's see, 3. So that's 1. I need to do that. Remove all. All right. Refuel, resupply. Load installation, automated mine. Venus, unload all installations. Alright. And we've got 10. So we want 89 more because we've got 1 right here. And that will give us a total of 100. There we go. Alright. Time is slowly ticking away. Alright, 1 second. Let's see. There we go. So we completed one of our shipyard tasks, which we're not that worried about. Let me check the time real quick. Alright, we've got a bit more time before I need to start recording. Alright, so it's going back and forward. Start that back up again. Oh, was that Enterprise? Looked like it stopped there for a second and then kept on going. So let's set these standing orders to no order. Alright, there we go. Yeah, because it's still out there surveying. So let's refuel, resupply, and begin overhaul. It did not do that for some reason. Let's cancel these. Let's just remove all. Go to Earth. Refuel, resupply, and begin overhaul. Okay. And we'll watch this because I guess I didn't realize it was still on moving orders. So let's give it a day. Give it a few days to get back to Earth. Where is it? 4 days. Okay, so we'll do 5 days. There it is. There we go. Alright, so let's take a look at that. It should be, yeah, so final torm is still there, so why is it not going down? It's supposed to rewind clock. Or it's gonna be sample. Okay, so it's doing overhaul. It just didn't show it for some reason. Okay. Oh, okay, now it shows overhaul. Yeah. Alright, so we'll set this back up and let it go back forward. Alright, looks like we finished Gauss Cannon research. So let's go. Whoops. Well, that was my alarm to make sure I got up for this. Looks like it worked. Alright, so we're gonna up our turret tracking research, but we don't have anyone available that's good, so we'll just pick someone that is high, has a high bonus. So yeah, it'll still get done in a decent amount of time. 2 years is a little while, but unfortunately we just don't have anyone fitting that category. Alright, and there's the 10 centimeter railgun. Let's see, what do we want to do next? We probably want some armor, some better armor to protect our ships. That's definitely high on the priority. And before the end of this episode, we'll probably create our first basic warship, just something simple to defend the local fleet in case anything were to come through and come after us. We'll want to make sure we have at least something to protect us. Let's look at defensive systems. Let's do alpha shields, matching. There. Alright. So it looks like everything's getting done pretty quick except salvage module, but we're not in a hurry for that, so. And then 1 active research. Okay, so must have deset this. So let's see, what's going to take the longest? Sort by dates, other than, okay, research rate. No any more room, that's full. Improve gravitational sensors. Alright, we'll add the research there and add new ones to sensors because it's nice to have new gravitational sensors. And we'll let this keep going. There we go, Duranium armor is complete. Let's go for something a bit more offensive. Let's see. So we're gonna go railguns, especially. Let's do this, and then I'd rather have the extra 5 research facilities. All right, there we go. We're gonna skip forward a bit faster. About 30 days. Shrunk the jump engine size. That is something I want to keep up, is working on engine tech. That way we've got some decent engines when we get into combat. So let's go minimum engine power modifier so our civilian ships can have a bit better efficiency. Great project. And then alpha shields are completed, and I think I'm going to move them also over to power propulsion because I want to get jump drive efficiency 5. And then let's see, railgun. Yep. There we go. So let's look at logistics. What do we want? Is there anything from here we want for our military ships? Not necessarily. Let's see, that's a maintenance module, so I don't think so. So let's then look at missile kinetics. Magazine and feed efficiency, that would be nice to have. Smaller magazines is always better, and that'll let us create another one because we're only using 5 for that one. Let's see, neutralization chance, sure. We'll do that one as well. There we go. Tracking speed is up. So let's look at launch velocity. There we go. These are all about 36, so that's probably about when we're going to create our next warship, is about the end of this year. There's improved gravitational sensors, and we'll keep them on, working on sensors. So what, grav sensors. Oh wait, we know we need better fire control, because if we're going to have a turret tracking speed of 2000, which is what we just unlocked actually, we want to make sure we have a fire control that can keep up with that. Otherwise, there's no point in having one that fast. Alright, so we got inactive research facility, so let's go assign new to whatever's going to take the longest. Let's do this. There we go. Add research. Oh, yeah, and then assign new. I want that railgun launch velocity, so I'm not that worried about going above salvage. Alright, there we go. Magazine feed efficiency. And then ground combat. We want, since we're going to build 1,000 ton troop units for every colony, we'll want to make sure we at least have some, powered armor and stuff like that for our troops. So we're going to get started on that next. He's got a really big bonus, only 5 research facility though, but he'll get done in a decent time within the decade, which is important. So the decade ends on 44, so that'll still give me plenty of time to complete any anything I need to complete for the laws. Alright, let's look at shields. So beta shields, yeah, so these are even better shields, more protection for the same size shield generator over time. So let's go with these guys. I just want to get a decent amount of tech before we build our first ships. Probably we'll only have the alpha shields, not the beta shields, because we'll probably build it in 30 by the end of 36, or at least design it and then start building it. Because I want to get that fire control rating, which is October. So yeah, minimum engine modifier. So let's actually get a flagship. EM sensor sensitivity would be nice to have. Let's create that. Let's see how long is that gonna take. 38. Okay, yeah. So we'll probably have a second generation of ships come out in 38. So this first generation will probably just be the frontline ships, the sort of rough ships that just kind of take a lot of damage but dish it out too. And then I'll have command cruisers that'll have, longer range sort of setup that'll be designed more to sense the enemy and guide the other ships towards them. Alright, next 15 centimeter carronade. Let's go. Infrared lasers. We're just gonna do this a few times, get a few of our laser tech up because they don't take very long at all. In fact, we're getting it done for most other things, so. Alright. Yeah, that would actually be really handy, having extra protection against meson lasers. Basically makes our ships less likely to get penetrated by lasers. Alright, jump drive efficiency, sweet. And then what? Power modifier, engine size. Yeah, we'll go maximum engine size since we're pretty good on most of these techs now because we've got some pretty decent ones. Actually, oh yes, let's get the better reactor. This will unlock the next level of nuclear pulse engines. So let's do this. Alright, there we go. Alright. Now I think for the end of this episode, we're going to create our first warship. This will be we'll call it Corvette. So this will be a very light ship. This is designed just to be quick around the system, provide protection for our solar system, but not be too powerful on its own. It's designed to be run in larger groups of ships. So let's see. We definitely want a bridge, because this is not going to be a fighter or anything like that. So let's see. Corvette, and we will make a new ship class. This is the Los Angeles. And then we're gonna rename this. Ship rename class. Yeah, there we go. This is going to be the Black Wolf Corvette. So this is going to be designed to, let's see. Yeah, so we got a bridge, and auxiliary control. And then we're going to want, let's see, we don't care about cryogenic stuff. Yes, we do want electronic analysis. In case we come across anyone, we can kind of learn a bit more about them. And we're going to create a new engine. So design tech. Let's go engines. Currently I'm just basic nuclear pulse tech. Now this is a military ship, so we do want basically full engine power. And then, alright, so size. So let's see. Currently we got an EP about 80. And then, let's see. Larger sizes just decrease the EP, but they decrease fuel consumption as well. We don't want anything too small, but we also want it to be pretty speedy. Let's see. I don't currently have the ship optimizer installed. I do want to get that installed, but I don't have it currently installed. So I'm going to go for something like a 8.3, 1.1. Yeah, it's a bit lighter of an engine. Let's see, 415 tons, 420. You know, just because it's funny, we're going to go 420 tons. Alright, and to make sure we keep the name in line, so this is the military nuclear pulse engine. It has a EP of 67.20, a fuel per hour of 51.32, which is quite a lot, but it's going to be designed to just kind of sit in system. So let's see, right. And then it weighs 420 tons. And this one to design this was Story Flynn. Alright, and we'll instant this. And then refresh tech. There we go. Alright, so there we go. Yeah, and look how fast that is compared to the commercial engine, which has more EP, but it's such a larger engine that it's not going to be anywhere near the same as this. Alright, so let's do 2 of those currently, and then our maintenance life is actually not bad. What do we have on there? 1 engineering space and 1 fuel storage large. So yeah, That's not a bad lifetime. I'd like to get up to 5 years, just because, yeah, like 6, there we go. Especially if we're going to have armor on it. We want a decent amount, but not to go too crazy. So I say 10, maybe. Yeah, that drops our maintenance life quite a bit. We should be able to get it up. Oh, why am I adding just engineering spaces? We probably don't need that many engineering spaces. We'll stick with 3. And then we can go to, where is it? Maintenance storage. And then, yeah, there. One of those brought it up to within 5, so there we go. Alright, so I'd like to keep it, yeah, about 5 years. So atomic just beats, it's a little slower now that we've added all that stuff. Let's see, is there anything we want? Geographical, gravitational, not really. Ordnance transfer system, don't really care about. So yeah, I think that's about it. So all that's left is just fuel, which is, we're at 10 billion kilometers, which isn't bad, but I'd like to add maybe one more large. Yeah, about 20 billion. 28, yeah. I like to keep it around 30 billion. We'll add another engine. Yeah, there we go. So there we go. We got about 30 billion, 1600, and then one more maintenance storage bay. Yeah. Perfect. This is about ideal. So it's got decent range. 30 billion is it can cross the solar system, which is the big thing for me, is it can get around in system, because it's not designed for close range fighting at first, because we're going to want to build a few of these before we get it into combat. But being able to go around system and check and clear areas is important. It's got maintenance life of 5.5 years, which is pretty good, so we want to make sure we buff up our deployment time to match that. So we want 60 months, which puts us at 5 years. And then that gives us to 15, still leaves us with 1500 kilometers per second, which for our current engine tech and size is pretty decent. So there we go. And I think that's about perfect. So we'll lock this design. And this class is going to be the first one we produce. It's 8,000 tons, so we should actually be able to produce that now. We just gotta go to our shipyards. Yeah. So we can easily produce that in these. In fact, our lightest shipping one can produce this, which is what we want, because we're going to actually add some slipways. Let's see. Yeah, this is our lightest, actually, never mind. But it can't produce it, it's only 1,000. But we'll go here and do add slipways, set activity. But while you're doing that, we're going to retool for the Black Wolf. Set activity, it's done immediately. And then create our battle fleet. Yeah, we don't care what fleet goes into. Since this is a Black Wolf, this is the very first one. We're actually going to give it a name of some of the people in the Discord. So this is the Black Wolf, just drawing randomly from the top people I see that are online. Raging Cipher. And we'll create task. There we go. So that'll start adding slipways and being built, and we will continue this on next episode. We'll probably build a few of these, build up a fleet, and then we'll start exploring further out in our system. We'll send out our survey ship. We'll probably upgrade it and add gravitational survey sensors, so it can go to these survey points and start looking through them, and then eventually jump through them. This is, of course, conventional start, so it's a bit slower. Part of that is also I want to do that just because, I'm still new to the game, so I want to kind of lean into that with the RP and take things a little slower. But yeah, so I will see you guys next time. Next time we'll kind of go through everything and whatever laws have changed, go over those. But until then, I will see you guys. Peace out.